In this video, I have unfinished business, and I'm not going to stop hunting for Hot Wheels until I find this. But also, more importantly, this super rare and hard to find Hasbro Mattel Transformers collaboration Bumblebee car, which is only seeded once into a sealed case of 72 cars. And if, like me, you're trying to get your hands on both of these and you don't want to pay the eBay tax, then let me share with you one piece of invaluable knowledge I wish I knew before I started collecting Hot Wheels, because more often than not, what you're searching for the most eventually finds you. Because the fact is, the more times you go out hunting, the more likely you are to find something special, or even super special. So join me and let's go out hunting for Hot Wheels in the southeast of England. We can also open some awesome cars together, and I know that you'll be very pleased to learn that yes, I have another order from Amazon Japan to unbox, plus some epic premium sets were delivered to me from my favourite online retailer. Okay, so we're back in Smyths Toys in exactly the same store that we started in from my previous Hot Wheels hunting video, but this time we're hitting a fresh restock of Slide Street 2, World Tour and Team Transport Mix 3 for 2024. With this many Team Transports in stock, this does actually look really promising, and no way, right off the bat, I never thought that I'd be finding the number 69 Liberty Walk Nissan Skyline hung up in the first store that I checked for Hot Wheels today. And oh wow, the blueprint colour on the packaging is so vibrant and looks absolutely amazing in real life. What an incredible start to what I now hope is going to be a very lucky day. It's always nice and super lucky to find one of these older yellow Porsche 930s from the Boulevard series, and I also found more than one of the Toyota Supra from the World Tour set, which is definitely another more difficult car to find hung up in store. My personal favourite from Slide Street 2 is the Lambo. I'll be opening this car and the mainline basic version from 2021, so make sure that you stick around until the end of this video to see an epic side-by-side comparison for those two cars. The BMW and Porsche GT3 Cup are the two best castings from Neon Speeders 3, and I won't hear otherwise. It's super lucky to find the Porsche, and both of these two cars will be coming home with me. I went through all of the Slide Street cars, and as you can see here, 6 Corollas mean 3 dud cases were hung up today, and no chase car for me. Let's go through all of the mainline basic cars and I'll pull out everything worth showing you guys. The Firebird and Mazda non-super treasure hunt versions both look amazing, and because the headlight tampos were messed up on my other 2020 Jesco, I'll be picking up these 4, as well as this Audi, the super cool Magnus Walker Porsche, and this Formula E Gen race car, which looks super interesting, and I haven't seen this one before. Here's a super quick look at everything else that's in store today. These two 10 packs look great and are fully loaded with awesome cars. I left the Corollas out like this, so that another collector won't waste their time, and of course I left the Hot Wheels section in a much tidier condition than when I first walked up to it. The total cost for 2 Neon Speeders, the legendary Liberty Walk number 69 Team Transport, and these 8 mainline basic beauties set me back a total of £39.49, which then works out to £3.29 per vehicle, and is an epic win for my collection. I'm not messing around here, and I've already held myself back long enough getting this product back to the studio. So let's rip open this Liberty Walk unicorn right now. Team Transport products are best opened from the bottom, like this, and if you're careful enough, you can keep the packaging to store the transporter, which is what I do for some of these, as sometimes I only want to display the car. Let's set these two products free from their plastic blister prison and take a closer look at Hot Wheels' 12th release for the Fleet Flyer Transporter, which is looking absolutely incredible in this bright light blue colour. Honestly, just wow. This thing is so nice in hand, and everyone needs to get themselves out hunting to experience finding one of these beauties in store, as this product is just perfect. I've been really looking forward to getting my hands on this premium version of the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. So let's jump straight into one of the most important showcases in today's video. Hot Wheels first put out this casting back in 2022, and the only other premium version that we have in the Hot Wheels universe for this casting is the white premium model, which is a part of the Nissan Collector's display set, which came out in 2023. I think I can see what happened here, and you'll have to let me know in the comments if you think that this is acceptable, as the blue premium version of this casting is actually matched more closely in design to the white collector's display release. And sadly, the Team Transport 69 Nissan Skyline is in fact missing the Liberty Walk text, which should be placed above the rear wheel arches, and in my opinion, this detail makes the mainline basic version of this car look 10 times better than the premium model. Before we head back out and go hunting for more Hot Wheels, can we just take 1 minute to actually appreciate the epic win that is the 2024 mainline basic release for the 1977 Pontiac Firebird, as although this isn't the super treasure hunt version of this car, there is still so much to enjoy about this one. I really like the red plastic interior. The matte black paint used on this car is perfect, and those epic Firebird graphics, especially the one on the hood, are amazing. Sadly, nothing is highlighted on the front or the back of this Hot Wheels, but that's totally understandable for a $1 car. And that's okay, because now we need to very quickly throw this one onto the turntable, and I'll show you the Fast and Furious premium version of this casting, which Hot Wheels released back in 2019. Sporting the same wheel design as the Super Treasure Hunt version of the 2024 release, which looks like this. Hot Wheels did such an amazing job on the premium version of this casting, and it's not hard to see why the mainline basic version of the 77 Firebird will be a very desirable release and definitely harder to find out in the wild. Just take a good hard look at how many Porsche collector display sets are left warming the shelves inside this Smyths Toys Superstore, because that's just crazy. I know that you guys will be very pleased to learn that I now own the Datsun BRE collector's display set, and will be unboxing it in today's video. Definitely no Liberty Walk Team Transports hung up in this store, but there were plenty of Slide Street and World Tour premium cars hung up, and you could easily make 2 sets of each here today. And yes, surprisingly, even the 82 Supra is still hung up and present at this store. Here's another 2 great Hot Wheels 10 packs, and after checking through all of the mainline basic cars whilst chatting to a fellow collector at the same time, ultimately there was nothing amazing to report, and here's the best of what I found today after going through all of the non-premium Hot Wheels. Next up, inside this entertainer, as I walked up to the Hot Wheels table, I couldn't believe my eyes, as slap bang right in the middle, screaming out to me, is the elusive yellow Transformers Bumblebee car. Moments later, the guy that I was talking to in the last store appeared, and he told me that because I mentioned that this Hot Wheels was on the top of my hit list for today, he had very kindly left this one behind for me to find. So thank you, Johnny, you absolute legend. And after going through every car laid out on the table, here are the best Hot Wheels that I found today. Ultimately, I will be leaving most of these behind, and after I discovered that 3 fresh boxes had been put out on the shop floor today, I did get to check through the rest of this box, which was handed to me by a member of staff. And no way, I just found another yellow Bumblebee. That's so lucky and such a huge win. So it's mission complete, and I can finally tick this car off my list for today. Here's the best of what's inside this box. Every single one of these cars are very desirable amongst collectors right now. So if you find any of these beauties, then count yourself very lucky too. This store did have a few premiums hung up as well, but as you can see here, mainly just some older and less desirable pieces. No silver Porsche 911 from this Fast and Furious set, and it's always sad to see this many of the roadkill pop culture Datsuns hung up, as this Datsun is epic. It's buy two, get one free at the Entertainer right now, which means that after decisions were made, I picked up these 6 cars and paid a total of £9.60 for 6 Hot Wheels. As promised, I said in my previous upload that if I ever found the Bumblebee Transformers collaboration car, that I would celebrate this small victory and set it free alongside the Hasbro Mattel Track Fleet Transformers Optimus Prime release. So let's dive straight into these 2 nearly impossible to find unicorns and set them free from their packaging. The full metal, bright red painted part on this Track Fleet release looks incredible, and I'm interested to see if you can detach the truck from the trailer. That's actually super interesting, as I've never opened one of these products before, and sadly the trailer is firmly secured in place. But look how much you can freely move this part around, which is really cool. The trailer itself has a part metal, part plastic base, and I love how this thing has 10 wheels in total. All of the tampos, paint, and the overall quality on this piece is actually right up there for a product that only costs £10. If you're on the fence about buying Optimus Prime that doesn't transform, then waste no time, as this one is even maybe worth the eBay tax, as it's not very often a Track Fleet release is this super hard to find and desirable amongst collectors. And now that I've opened mine, I can see exactly why. Moving on to the star of the show, the mainline car that was once at the top of my most wanted list to find in store, the car that is only seeded once into a sealed case of 72 mainline basic cars, which is the same quantity per case as a regular silver logo treasure hunt. And it's also worth mentioning that Bumblebee is likely to only appear across 2 cases released in 2024, making this Hot Wheels extremely short-packed, and sadly a lot of very well-deserving collectors are very likely to miss out on this one. But with all of this said, I'm happy to share this one with you guys. And now that we have Bumblebee set free from his plastic bubble prison, this classic Hot Wheels VW bug casting is looking super old school and will make a lot of veteran collectors feel very nostalgic, as this casting was first released all the way back in 1989. And I know that some collectors might not know about a fun little Easter egg design feature that Hot Wheels have placed here on the base, as if you look closely, you can see that Bumblebee's face appears here, hidden within the design for the super cool plastic chrome base. The Transformers animated TV series first came out back in 1984, so it's super fun to think about all of the email conversations and meetings Mattel would have been involved with Hasbro to get this VW bug released to its final design, approved by both companies and ready for 2024. Let me try my very best to show you Optimus Prime and Bumblebee side by side, so that you can see the size comparison between these two. And just wow, what a cool dynamic duo. If you're lucky enough to find both of these out in the wild, then you're definitely hunting the right amount. And if you can make this happen, then every Hot Wheels collector should definitely have both of these in their collection, as not only was it super fun to set myself the goal to find each of these hung up in store, but also only having to pay retail for them is such an epic win for me as an avid Hot Wheels collector. Only a few doors down from the Entertainer, this is probably only one of about 5 times that I've ever stepped inside a Toy Barnhaus. At just £1.69 a piece, I'm pleased that this company offers Hot Wheels at a sensible price for the UK market, But with all of this said, I wanted to include my visit to this store as I did get lucky and found the yellow wagon regular treasure hunt, which has a super cool metal base. And after digging through everything hung up today, here are the best 3 Hot Wheels that I found. And although I do not have a yellow dragon wagon treasure hunt in my collection, this product doesn't excite me, so I would just be leaving all of these behind for another collector. Back inside my local Smyths Toy Superstore, it's getting much later in the day now, but if you don't check, you'll never know. And as you can see here, compared to the other 2 Smyths toys that we visited today in this video, this store is really lacking on more desirable World Tour, Team Transport and Slide Street products, as that's because I'm super unlucky and obviously live in a really competitive area filled with a lot of Hot Wheels collectors and of course employee resellers. After going through all of the mainline basic cars, I did find this Nissan Skyline, another red RS2, the super cool Jag Mark 1, and actually this is another small victory for me, as all of my subscribers will know that the short card version of the silver Porsche keychain clip is on my most wanted list, so I will be leaving all of these epic cars behind and just taking this one home with me for £1.69. Back in the studio, let's get straight into this epic box of Hot Wheels sent to me all the way from Japan, and I'm super excited to cut my way into this box and show you guys the Datsun box set, which I can open earlier than the UK release date. Plus, I also picked up a full set of the World Tour cars for less than £9 each. And at the bottom of the box, you won't believe how lucky I am, because whilst I was hunting for epic Hot Wheels to add into my online order, I found one of the HKS Hot Wheels Premium 2-packs that was the last one available in stock. And of course, I picked up a Golf Livery Premium 2-pack as well. Okay, so for a full set of 5 cars from Car Culture's World Tour, 2 premium Boulevard cars that I will be adding into my loose collection, the Golf 2-pack, plus the legendary HKS 2-pack with the R33 Skyline, and my slightly damaged BRE Premium Collector's Display set, which you can see here does actually have a small dent here on the clear plastic window. So collectors beware, as carded collectors purchasing Hot Wheels from Amazon Japan could be disappointed. Okay, so for 13 cars, 1 van and 1 transporter, I paid a total of £113.85 for everything that you see here, which includes a heavy shipping fee of £37.72 to get these products sent to my house in just 4 days. And if you divide the total cost including shipping fees by each vehicle, it then works out to only £7.59 per item, which is awesome. And I definitely stand by Amazon Japan being a great resource for international collectors. Any superficial damage to the packaging really doesn't bother me, because this box is going straight into the recycling, and I will be happily adding all of these amazing Brock Racing Enterprises, Datsun and Nissan castings into my Hot Wheels collection. It's going to be really interesting to find out if this product will also be warming the shelves in the UK, just like the Porsche and Greddy Premium Collector sets, but 100% this set will definitely be selling a lot better than all of Jay Leno's cars, that's for sure. In my opinion, the Nissan Sentra, with its light grey Real Rider wheels, wins first place in this set. And although yes, there is a lot to enjoy about the 620 and the Datsun 510 wagon, I'm not feeling that teal colour, and sorry if this sounds basic, but in my opinion, I think that Hot Wheels should have painted the Datsun 510 wagon in a mid-blue colour to match the BRE red, blue and white colour scheme more closely, and that way all of the cars would have looked incredible inside of their box on first impression. Let's throw the Nissan Sentra onto the turntable so that I can tell you that Hot Wheels first released their 1991 Nissan Sentra SE-R casting back in 2022. The second release is this light grey version, which is from a 2024 Nissan Car Culture Premium 2-pack. I hope that Hot Wheels release this 90s JDM masterpiece as part of their mainline basic cars in the future, as it's clear that this casting suits a clean, factory fresh appearance and looks awesome dressed up in a racing livery too. Talking about premium 2-packs, for everyone who doesn't know already, if you want to learn how to identify if a Hot Wheels product has been released for the Japanese market, if I turn this HKS 2-pack around, you can see this white sticker placed here on the back, which basically explains in Japanese that this product is not intended for children under the age of 3 years old and has been imported into Japan by Mattel. I've really been looking forward to getting my hands on the premium Golf livery Fiat 131 at Bath, so let's unbox this one in record time as well. And now that I have the third and latest release for this casting in my hands, I do wish that this version had some awesome Golf livery orange wheels, but also having the wheels in black isn't exactly trash, but also they definitely would have looked a lot nicer in orange. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. It's worth mentioning that the wheel arches and front bumper are made from plastic for this casting, but I appreciate and enjoy this design decision the more times I see it, and it does help this Fiat to stand out from the crowd in the Hot Wheels universe. Hot Wheels first released their 131 Abarth casting back in 2023 as car number 3 of 5, which was a part of the Car Culture Modern Classics series, which I will show you in just a moment. Hot Wheels collectors outside of Europe might perhaps view this casting as a peg warmer, but for real, I can tell you that this Fiat was actually hard to find hung up in store here in the UK, and I definitely never saw any left behind. The second premium release for the 131 Abarth was a part of Team Transport number 62 and looks super cool here, painted in dark blue, with its Oleo Fiat Performance Oil Rally livery, and this time with contrasting yellow plastic wheel arches. And as promised, here's the original Premium Modern Classics version, which closely matches the painted metal body with the flared plastic wheel arches, and personally I hope that us collectors won't have to wait very long until release number 4 hits the pegs for this awesome Hot Wheels Fiat rally car, and that my showcase here has made you guys want to collect all 3 of these 131 Abarths for your collection. Next up, yes, you better believe that I've been online purchasing more Hot Wheels, but that's okay because there's no such thing as owning too many Hot Wheels. And there are 2 very important showcases that need to happen inside this box, which is another pre-order that contains 3 full sets of premium cars and also includes one of those expensive older premium cars that you tell yourself that you deserve as a special treat each month because you have to own one in your collection. So please don't judge me for spending £15 on just one car. And now that we have this box open, let me very quickly show you exactly what I purchased, which is 2 full sets of Slide Street 2, a full set of Boulevards that I will be keeping inside of their packaging and will be a part of my carded Boulevard collection, and lastly, the star of this show, which is this legendary gold Camaro from the original 5 cars first released within the Hot Wheels Boulevard series. And for everyone who owns this Camaro but keeps theirs locked up inside its packaging, you guys are really missing out because I've been waiting for this day to arrive so that I can finally crack one open and free this awesome Hot Wheels from its packaging and enjoy the gold paint and opening hood feature on this Camaro, which is such an amazing old school casting, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Hot Wheels should 100% produce more of their cars with moving parts, as being able to interact with the diecast model like this is definitely one of the best aspects about collecting. Hot Wheels first released the opening hood version for their 1967 Camaro back in 1983, and then sadly created another version with the hood shut by updating the tooling for this Camaro in 2017. However, with this said, one of the coolest cars that I have in my collection is the Chase Camaro from Vintage Racing Club, and I've been really looking forward to placing these two cars side by side like this, as both of these Hot Wheels are very special in their own right, and any self-respecting Hot Wheels collector should 100% own both of these cars in their loose collection. To end this showcase, here's both of these beauties with their hoods closed. Let me know if you have both of these cars in your collection by dropping me a message in the comment section for this video, and let me know if you had to pay the eBay tax for your number 6 of 6 Chase Camaro. I won't waste your time, as there are only 2 things that need to happen here on my channel concerning Slide Street 2. And to make this showcase a reality, we need to crack open the super cool Liberty Walk Premium Lambo and free this Hot Wheels from its packaging, as Hot Wheels released a mainline basic version for this model back in 2021. So buckle up and let's throw this super cool LB Works Lamborghini Huracan Coupe onto the turntable so that we can compare the premium version of this epic Liberty Walk masterpiece next to the basic mainline version. And even though these cars are 3 years apart on the Hot Wheels release timeline, these two might appear to look the same as each other at first glance. But actually, comparing these two cars side by side, you can see a ton of design differences, and even the old school Desert Battle Gulf War style camo graphic designs for these Lambos are very different in their layout on closer inspection. For me, it's the mainline basic car that wins the best looking out of these two releases, although the tampos placed on the windshield and having the rear lights highlighted and the Lamborghini branding on the rear portion of the premium car definitely make it worth the premium price tag. Here's absolutely everything that I picked up this week laid out all together, and for everything that you see here, in full transparency as always, I paid a total of £287.13 for 48 cars and 2 transporters. That's all I've got for you guys today. Appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Drop me a thumbs up, smash subscribe and share this video with a fellow Hot Wheels collector, as all of these things helps the channel out infinitely. Take it easy everyone, and stay lucky fellow diecast collectors.